Okay, welcome to the series of Should I Star? Okay, so I saw this tweet on Twitter, obviously, no one else does. It says, the author says they read the 12 gig file in pandas, and it took them 30 minutes. And in nimlang, it only took 2.7 seconds. I didn't read this too carefully at the start, so I thought, oh, that's great. But then I realized the author was only, spitting out the first 10 lines. But he did that by reading the whole file. So that is really not the right way to look at performance. I think what he really should have done is just read the first 10 rows using the PD CSV function, and that would be a more proper comparison. So I think the author should also have done the look at the benchmarks from here. So I'm going to search for benchmark group by data table. This is, I believe, funded by H2O. It's a benchmark comparing a bunch of things like data table, Spark, ClickHouse, Python's data table, data frames from Julia, dplyr, pandas, Dask, CUDF. That's I believe, from Rapids AI on the GPU, modern, some sort of pandas drop-in replacement, but faster, supposedly. So it's got the group by benchmarks and joined by. So really, that's what we should look at. We should benchmark nimlang on instead of anything else. But so I went to the nimdata repo. So it's got 186 stars. That's actually not too bad, considering nim, I believe, is still quite small, the community-wise anyway. One thing I noticed when I'm going through the README is that, okay, it jumps straight into this is how you read data. That's great. But where does this .df come from? So the author basically in this README didn't even include the statement to import the correct libraries. And this is going to be a big problem for people just trying nim for the first time. If you scroll a bit further down the page, you see that, much further down it says this is how you do it. You import nim data. And then much further down it says, not much further down, but a bit further up it says this is for new users. So it assumes some level of familiarity with nim, which is not such a bad assumption, but it does exclude some newcomers to nim. So on the nim website, I had a check on how to install nim. I'm running WSL2 Ubuntu on Windows. But when I do sudo apt-get install nim, it only installed version 0.172. That is actually pretty annoying because nim data required at least nim 0.18. So now I need to figure out how to install a higher version of it, which I have done. But basically, I've just downloaded the resource, the file from their website, which is the compiled Linux binary, and I extracted this bad boy here. So okay, now I'm on a more updated version of nim. So now I can install nim. Okay. So I think Nimble is the nim package installer. So I mean, I'm just really glad that such a small project have proper infrastructure to install this stuff. It seems to be based on GitHub. So, or maybe I'm just a bit ignorant about nim. Okay, installed a bunch of stuff. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to just go into my nim test folder. Okay, so if I just show you the contents of the hello.nim, you see this. I'm just gonna read in this file, and it's a Fannie Mae dataset that I downloaded off the net. It's about 800, 900 megabytes, and see how well it does. Okay, so quit that. So I think the first thing, the thing you should do is C and then hello. That will compile this hello nim. Okay, C is going through some stuff. It's grabbed a bunch of libraries, finished compiling. So nim is actually really fast compiling, and you can see now it's got a, you know, a new file, hello, that's just been compiled. So I can just run that. Of course. Okay, God knows how long it's going to take. Right, I'm going to finish that. Going to time it. I just realized, you know, maybe WSL2, you know, it's not really kind to dataset that are situated on the C drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of it, make a copy of the data, and just put it to somewhere. Put it to somewhere, maybe here. Yeah, copy to there. So that's definitely on my on the WSL2 drive. So that should hopefully fix some of the issues with performance. So I want to fix up the hello.nim file. So okay, git. Okay, so now they shouldn't have anything to complain. Okay, so I'm gonna just under compile this again, I believe. Compile this. Compilation is pretty fast. I've heard good things about nim. And then I'm gonna run this hello program, and I'm gonna go to pause just to see what happens. I'm a dumbass. What I should have done is time it. Hey, it was actually not too bad. It's able to read the file in about 14 seconds, and as I suspected, putting the file on the C drive is not a great idea for WSL2. So 14 seconds isn't really that bad, you know, considering all things considered. So let me just show you what would happen if I've done this in R. So under the system time, yeah, okay. And I'm going to use the famed data table function, fread, for fast read. Not F doesn't stand for anything else apart from fast. So it's going to go to git, and I believe it's in the it's performance file. So only one of them. Yeah. Let's go. Yes. So in R it's 4 seconds. But you know, data table tends to have the fastest CSV reader anywhere. So 14 seconds is actually quite respectable. That's probably roughly in the range. Put them in the same class as the Julia reader or the Pandas reader. What I haven't checked is whether it's read the data correctly. So that's what I'm going to look at next. Okay, I just copied some code. I'm just going to take the first 5 rows and just show it and see how that does. So again, I'm going to do a nim c hello. Go through and compile it again, and then I can run a hello. I want to time it as well. Whoa, that's really fast. But I don't know. It doesn't seem to have I mean, it doesn't give me the feeling that it's understood that this is a CSV file or done anything with it. So it's not really that clear how good it is. It seems to have. It could have just read the whole thing as just one column. It's not really doing something that I would expect it to do. Well, after doing more RTFM, I think in nimlang in nimdata you have to do this schema parser thing. I need to pass in a schema, which is actually quite annoying because you have to tell it exactly what type each column is. So that's not going to be fun. And I can't seem to find anywhere where it says this is how I can infer the schema. So if it doesn't have a easy to understand, schema inference, then it's actually not in the same league as pandas or Julia or R, any of those things, because it's going to be pain. I don't want to specify the schema. You have to just infer it. So I'm not going to go any further. Based on what I have looked at so far, it doesn't have a schema inference. You have to type in the schema yourself. Just based on that alone, I think it's not really worthy of use for lots of people because it's just too hard. If I'm wrong, maybe just tell me in the comments below, but does it deserve a star? Unfortunately, it does not deserve a star. So, star. That's it. Thank you.